y'all, it's a beautiful day in the Ozarks today, and I'm in my local flavor kitchen, and today I am going to make you some tomato gravy. We're going to have a delicious breakfast. First thing I'm going to do is fry up some bacon, so I'm just going to get this in my electric skillet here and get it going. I'm just going to cut this package right in half and just use half of it. I like to go ahead and cut my bacon in half and make the pieces just a little smaller. So, ooh, hear that sizzle? If you've never had tomato gravy, I think you're gonna like it. It's really, really good, especially if you like tomatoes. Now, if you have canned tomatoes that you've already canned up, that would probably be best. But I don't have those, so I'm just gonna use a regular old can of crushed tomatoes. You can use diced tomatoes, crushed tomatoes, or tomato sauce, whatever you'd like. But I like crushed tomatoes, so that's what we're gonna use. I'm going to get my bacon fried up because I'm going to use my bacon grease as my base for my roux for my gravy. So I'm going to go ahead and let this cook for a little bit. Do you like your bacon crispy or flimsy? I like my bacon crispy. My hunk of burning love likes his bacon flimsy. So I have to always kind of try to do both. Cook his a little less, cook mine a little more. Now, I'm not making homemade biscuits today. I'm just going to use brands, the ones that you buy at the grocery store in the freezer section, because you can just take as many as you want out at a time. I think it comes like 20 biscuits. If you get them at Sam's, I think there's like 40 biscuits in there. But I like these because you can just get however many out at a time, and then they are so delicious. So I've got my oven preheated, and I'm going to pop these in the oven in just a minute as soon as it's ready. Went and grabbed me an apron so I wouldn't get any grease on my shirt. And I just want to show you this right here. That's right about how Greg likes his bacon. No way, Jose. I want mine, when you eat it, it is almost turns to dust. Like it disappears in your mouth. That's how crispy I like my bacon. All right, this is looking pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and get some of them out because I am going to give a little bit to everybody upstairs, or whoever wants it. Some of them probably aren't going to go, tomato gravy. I don't think so, but I know they'll eat the bacon. So got a couple of crispy pieces for me here, and then the rest of it they ought to like. So there you have the grease off of about a half pound of bacon. Now, if you don't think that's enough, then you can always add a little bit of lard or a little bit of butter. I'm just going to try and see if this is enough here, and I think it probably will be. If not, I usually add a little bit of butter to it because you know I love butter. But what we're going to do now is our skillet is still pretty hot. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a couple of tablespoons of flour. All right. And I'm thinking 2 tablespoons. There's probably about a quarter cup of oil in here, I'm guessing. So we're going to do a couple of tablespoons of flour. Stir that around. And the beauty of this is you can add to it and you can take away. If it's not thick enough for you, you can add a little bit of flour. And if it's not as thick, you can add, if it's too thick, you can add a little bit of butter or lard. Now, if you were making red-eye gravy, you would just add coffee. No, I am not a coffee drinker. You would add coffee to this. Now, the secret is you want to get your flour to cook, so you want it to brown up. So I'm going to do a little bit of pepper, about a teaspoon of pepper probably, and just a little bit of salt, maybe half a teaspoon of salt. I might salt it a little bit more just when I taste it, but since that bacon's kind of salty. So you want your gravy to be brown. You want to go ahead and cook that and make sure that it's thick. Like this will just kind of brown up, and it's going to look a little bit like a pasty. This is called a roux. I'm sure most of y'all know that, but for those of you who don't, this is your roux. And the beauty of a roux is you can make any kind of sauce with it, and you can make anything good with this. I make a roux before I make my pulled ham sandwiches, and then you make it with butter and flour and salt and pepper and garlic and all of that, and then you add like sour cream and mayonnaise and all this stuff that goes in these sandwiches. Horseradish, oh, so good. So easy and so good. So if you want anything to be good, make you a roux and a little bit of sauce to go over it, and I'm telling you, it will be fantastic. All right, I'm just gonna add just a tiny bit more flour because I think that needs to be a little bit thicker. You can add water to this or milk. You know, my grandma told me that when she made gravy as a kid, you know, they had to add water. But I like milk, or I also like to put a little heavy cream in it. So good. So you want this to cook for a couple of minutes and get good and brown, so you're gonna cook that flour so it doesn't taste pasty to you. This is gonna be so good, and I think this will be just about right. Right, now I'm going to do milk instead of water. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna slowly add this milk. You're just gonna drip, I'm switching hands because this is my better whisking hand. See how that's smoking and getting good and cooked up there? Oh yeah, and there's little bacon pieces in there. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be so good. So you're just gonna slowly pour your milk in. I probably should have measured this because I'm sure somebody's gonna ask. Right now I'm probably at about, oh, biscuits are done. Probably about a cup and a half, I'm guessing. And then you wanna just stir, 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 because you want to get all your clumps out of your gravy. And then the longer it cooks and the more you stir and get your clumps out, it's going to start to thicken up for you. I'm just guessing, but I'm going to say that was about a cup and a half. But you can tell that you're going to want to get it kind of runny, just like this, but I promise it's going to thicken up. You just have to be patient with it. So I'm gonna get this cooked up and I'm gonna get my biscuits out. Perfect. Now, once you see that it's getting a little thick, now you're gonna add your can. Now, like I said, if you have homegrown tomatoes that you have canned and jarred up, use that because that's gonna be even more delicious. Oh, look how, yeah, now let me give it a taste. Definitely needs more salt. All right. Now, can of crushed tomatoes. Just see how thick that is? I'm just gonna add my tomatoes now. And just let this cook for just a couple of minutes and get those flavors all married together. If this is too thick for you, just add a little bit of milk, which I think I might have to, or a little bit of heavy cream. Holy moly, that is good. Now, if you want it to be a little creamy, you can put a dab of heavy cream in there. I mean, I love heavy cream and everything, so, and it'll just make it a little bit creamier for you. I'm gonna go ahead and put just a little bit of heavy cream in here just to show you how much prettier that heavy cream, I love heavy cream. I put it in everything. And even the Mexicana cream, the Mexicana crema, oh, I've become a big fan of that. But look how much creamier and more pretty that looks. I just think it just really adds to your sauces. So I just wanted to do that just because. All right, now let's get it together. Put a little butter on top. Butter on top. Mo butter, mo better. Holy moly. Does that not look absolutely delicious? Oh my goodness. Get a little bite of bacon. Look at that. Holy moly, that is good. Gall dang, that's good. That is good. Gosh, that's good. I haven't had this in so long. What a great breakfast. Oh my goodness. I think they're gonna like this. Y'all, I want you to have a fantastic day, and I want you to expect something great to happen to you today, and I want you to make something great happen through you today. Remember, we are the hands and feet of Jesus. He works through us. So find somebody to bless today. Say, God, show me who to bless today, and I promise you, He will show you. He will put them right in front of you. You'll hear it. If your eyes and your heart are open to it, you will hear it. We are blessed to be a blessing. Remember that. So go out and bless somebody. Blow their socks off. Lord, help us radically bless people every day. All right. Y'all have a great day.